The first card you have, your past, is, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a really interesting card. It's very complex. It can mean so many different things. I'm getting two initial feelings from this. I'll just explain. I'll just explain the feelings I'm getting. One's wanting to just hide away a bit under the surface, and the other one's some kind of investigation. I think they belong together for some reason. It's maybe you are kind of keeping under the radar and watching something. Because I'm getting this kind of wanting to step back. That's what I'm getting, wanting to step back. It feels like you knew something. You knew something wasn't quite right. That's what I'm getting. Something wasn't adding up with all these coins here. And I think part of you was a little bit like, is this me? Is this me? Am I imagining things? Everyone else seems to think this person I'm not sure about's fine, but I know something doesn't feel right here. I know something doesn't feel right. I don't feel good about this. That's the kind of thing I'm getting. There was definitely something a little bit not quite right going on here. And I know this is a bit vague, but they're elusive. They're elusive, this person. And I think I'm picking up on that because it feels like I'm trying to catch them and sort of hold them in one place to describe them, to describe what they're like, and they keep on kind of dodging away. So it's really, I've never had that before. It's like I'm trying to catch someone in my hand to kind of, this is what they're like, they're this and that, and they run away and they hide. And that explains everything. I don't think I have to describe them because that's what they're like, dodging and running away. So if you think you're the only one who suspects something about this person, you're not. You're really not alone. The impression I'm getting is that you're kind of just sitting back, a little bit like this old man on this card. He's just sitting there. He's observing things. He's not saying anything. He's not coming forward because he's very wise. And there are a few other people, I think, that are a bit like you. They're a bit suspicious or maybe a bit concerned, but they're not really saying anything. I think you're on the right road with this, actually, if this all resonates with you. Keep on observing this situation, because I think sooner or later you'll have some evidence. You'll have some evidence you need, I think, because these people always slip up in the end. I'm not sure if this is a crime. It might be. It might not be that serious. It's something that feels serious, though, and it's something about money and relationships as well. It feels like someone's being tricked, actually. But with these kinds of people, there's always an element of arrogance there. It's like, oh, I can get away with this, I can get away with that. And where there's arrogance, there's always a fall. So, and people are watching them as well, and you're one of them. So keep on watching. I think that's the advice there. Keep watching what's happening. I mean, don't be obsessive, obviously, but keep an eye out because something's not right. And if your instincts are telling you that, you're right. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so the next card you have, you passed the Chariot. A lot of it was about sort of holding back, because I was seeing that in the Ten of Pentacles as well. Sitting back, kind of being on the fringes of things, actually. I think something set you back physically, actually, last year, but you were determined to get through that. I don't know if you had an illness or something like that. It feels like you're by yourself, and you're planning what you're going to do when you're finally able to do that. If you look at this man in the Chariot, he knows where he wants to go. He's very sure of where he wants to go. He's very serious, and he's steering himself toward that. But he's not physically steering these two sphinxes. He's not holding any reins or anything like that. He's using his mind. So it looks like you're manifesting something, using your mind. You're thinking about what you wanted, but you knew you weren't physically able to do what you wanted yet. So I think this year, the first half of this year, that's when you'll be able to physically start to move forward, and with whatever this is. Okay, there's a bit of frustration here as well. I think last year you might have had to remove someone. I think you had to remove someone from your home, actually. Maybe. That's what it looks like. It looks like someone was in your home and they weren't being responsible. They weren't pulling their weight. And if that resonates, it feels like you couldn't physically afford to carry them anymore. Like you're carrying this person, you're carrying them emotionally and financially as well. And yeah, there's a big emotional strain here. And I think for a lot of last year, it looks like the strain added to the way you felt. You know, it added to your physical strain because you're already physically in some kind of pain, or you were not able to participate in a lot of things, and that emotional strain and the other strain from this person added to that, because sometimes stress can add to illness. It can even cause illness. So if this is you, I think distancing yourself, I should say, that was a really, really big turning point for you. And I think that also gave you a bit more space inside your head to just kind of concentrate on yourself and on your recovery and all of that. You're extremely strong. And the thing about you is you're organised as well. So when you're with someone every day who's the opposite of that, it's impossible for you to be around them. It just drives you crazy. So I think something had to be done about that. And yeah, I'm seeing organisation. So that's what you like, being organised. And that turns into chaos and then back into organisation again after this person left. So I think you're back into organisation again, definitely. So yeah, the last card you have for your posts, the King of Wands. Yeah, look at this. This is physically getting ready to get up. So you're about to get up, you're about to start whatever this is. I'm still seeing a few physical problems around you, but it feels like you've removed the big mental things, the big emotional burden that came with this person. So that's out of the way. And I have to tell you this, I'm getting this really strong feeling that with this person who was around your home or in your home, I'm not seeing any chance of you wanting to reconcile with them again. And that might be coming up because maybe they might want to do that. I don't know. But I'm not seeing any chance of that happening. I know that sounds cruel, and you know, it sounds like you're cruelly cutting them off, but I think it was necessary. I really do, because they were draining your energy, and you need all the energy you can get, actually, and you know it's coming back again, that energy. You're getting it back, but you want it to stay that way. You don't want to go backwards again. So you don't want them back, because I think they'll start to drain your energy again. And I think they drained you emotionally. I think they drained you financially as well in some ways. They weren't pulling their weight. That's what I'm seeing. But you've moved on. So yeah, the first card you have for your presence, the Page of Swords. So yeah, this can be about watching. So this is what I was seeing in the Ten of Pentacles. Watching, in extreme cases, it can be about stalking. I don't think you're doing that. But I think you're probably still watching this person you're a little bit suspicious of. And yeah, you're being quiet and you're watching them. You're not coming up and saying, hey, what are you doing? You know, you're being very, very quiet. You're not saying much. You're just watching. A bit like a cat, kind of, you know, in the grass, ready to pounce. I don't think you're going to pounce, but I think you're just watching what's happening. And there are a few reasons why you're kind of silently watching them, I think. Yeah, I think they might have given you a hard time at one time. And I think if you spoke up about what you thought they were doing, people might think, you know, you're after some kind of revenge or something like that. That's just the impression I'm getting. And, you know, you're not like that. You're not after revenge. You're not someone who goes after revenge. But, you know, you're self-aware, and you're aware of the dynamic of the people around you and everything. You have a lot of emotional intelligence, and you know how things look. You know how things come across. So you're being very quiet. But whatever they're doing, I've got to say this again. I'm getting this feeling again. It feels quite serious. It might even be something illegal. I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing that again, I should say. It might not be, but it does feel very serious. I have to say that. I keep on getting that very serious feeling around this. And maybe that's why I'm getting this all through this reading. Someone needs to hear the messages because it's serious, and they should keep watching this. They should keep an eye on this. Okay, I'm just seeing this about this. Yeah, I'm actually seeing this. I think probably eventually this is going to be handed over to someone else. I'm not sure if this is the police. I'm not sure who this is, but if this is you, if this is about you, keep all the evidence you have, keep everything you have, because I think it's going to be handed over to someone. It might not be the police, but it might be. So I don't know what this is. It does feel serious. So keep what you have. Don't throw it away. Don't go, oh, well, this isn't going any farther. I'm going to throw it. Don't do that. I'm getting that quite strongly. So I have to tell someone that. Okay, so the next card you have, your presence, Death. Yeah, this is a really good card, actually. A lot of people are scared of this card, but it means, well, it can mean death sometimes, but usually it means huge changes, fresh starts, and that's really good for the new year. So, okay, so this is a really interesting sequence of cards, actually, this and the Judgment card. So I'll talk about the two of them together. Okay, I'm seeing a few things here. I think there's someone who was cut off from you. It's definitely not the person in the Chariot, because I was seeing them not ever coming back again, and I was seeing you not wanting them back again. So it's absolutely not them. This is someone else. It feels like someone you really loved, and you still care about them. You still do. I'm really getting that feeling. You still care about this person. Now, with this Death card, I'm getting the words dead to me. This person's dead to me, or they mean nothing to me. So someone said that. So if you recognize those words, this is for you. Someone said, oh, they're dead to me, or they're nothing to me. That's what I'm getting. So there was a falling out that happened, and obviously you were involved in this, but I don't think you were the main person they fell out with. It feels like someone might have come between you, or they fell out with someone who was around you, and because of that, because they were around you, they also fell out with you. So that's the kind of dynamic I'm getting there. Now, usually when I see the Death card, death's final. There's no more. They're not coming back. None of that. But with this sequence, that I never ever get this. I never get these two together, but I am here. You've got death, and then you've got resurrection in the Judgment card. These people are coming out of their boxes, they're looking up to the angel, they're looking up to the heavens. And the Judgment card can be about realizing what you've done, looking back over your life, confessing things sometimes. So this is what I think is going to happen. Someone who's separated from you, someone who had some kind of falling out with not just you, but someone around you. It looks like they've been looking back over things, and yeah, I'm seeing an apology. I'm getting someone coming back and apologizing. I don't think you're going to be expecting this, because you haven't seen them for a while. You haven't seen them for a long time. That's what I'm getting. But what I'm getting around this with the Death card is, it's this feeling of freshness, newness, a fresh start. New beginnings, something completely starting afresh. There's no one in between you now. So if they do come and apologize to you, and I'm seeing that here, I'm seeing that that's what's going to happen. It's just going to be the two of you. It's going to be the two of you face to face. No one's coming between you. I keep on seeing that. No one's coming between you, face to face. So if this is you, and you know who this is, there's a little bit of awkwardness around this to start with, but I think you'll eventually come together. I'm seeing lots of talks, and there's no stress around this. It's going to be quite easy after this initial awkwardness. So yeah, there's so much happening in this reading. It's an emotionally heavy reading, but this looks good. This looks really good for you. Okay, so the first card you have for your future is the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is you. This is you, because you've been through so much. You've been through so much. And yeah, I'm seeing this situation again. This person coming back and apologizing. Now, okay, so you're this queen. You know who to bring close to you, and you know who to guard yourself against. You've really learned that the hard way. You know that instinctively. And I think when this person comes in to apologize, yeah, there is going to be some awkwardness. I can see that, but I'm seeing a genuine apology here. And I think you're going to know right away that they're genuine. You're just going to know. As soon as you see them, you can tell whether someone's genuine or not, and you're going to know. And yeah, there's going to have to be a bit of bridge building here between you, because like you, I think they've been through a huge amount of things, a lot of problems. Yeah, and you've got the Moon card here, so I'll talk about that here as well. Okay, I'm just so yeah, after they were cut off, or after they were cut off from you, after this disagreement, whatever this was, and they walked off or whatever happened, they went through a lot of really difficult things. It's quite deep, actually. A lot of it internal struggles, maybe even some mental health problems, because I'm getting that here. I'm getting nightmares. Yeah, lots of mental health problems. I'm seeing, or maybe not, some kind of, it actually feels like I can't leave the house. I can't leave my bed. So it might be depression, might not be, but it's something like that. A lot of internal struggles they went through. Now, I want you to know this because I'm feeling this quite strongly. Try not to feel guilty for that time that you missed out on, that time they're away. I'm seeing someone here who chose to leave. It was their choice. And yeah, the circumstances were really difficult, obviously. And I think that's why they left. But you can't go back. You can't go backwards. But yeah, with them coming forward and apologizing and seeing you again, that's going to help you to move forward together. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And if what I'm seeing here is correct, you've got a lot of years in front of you. And you've got a lot of years in front of you that are going to make up for the lost ones. That's what I'm seeing. This is really, really, really beautiful. So if this is you, try not to dwell on what you've lost. Celebrate what you've got to come, because you've got a lot of time to spend with this person. I'm seeing lots of talks. I'm seeing lots of time spending together. I'm seeing lots of laughing. I'm seeing you helping them out of the state they're in. They've gotten out of the worst because they're coming forward to see you, but they're still going to have to get over a few things. So you're helping them, and I think they're going to help you as well. Really, really, really nice. Really nice. Okay, so the last card you have for your futures, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is exactly what I was seeing in the Page of Swords with the situation. You're watching someone, you probably still are. So if this is you watching this person, I know this is probably a bit confusing, this reading. It's quite a difficult reading. And obviously there are two big separate things here that are emerging from this reading. And someone needs to hear one and someone needs to hear the other. So I have to keep on saying what I'm seeing, even if it confuses people. So I'm very sorry if it does. But yeah, this is a turnaround. That's what this wheel's about, this wheel turning around. So I think this person who's doing the wrong thing, I think they're going to make some kind of turnaround. I'm actually getting a bit of a scared feeling here. It's like, oh no, I better turn my life around. Oh no, I'm really scared. I'm in trouble. I've got to turn my life around. That's what this wheel looks like, turning their life around. Don't worry, there's nothing for you to be scared of. It's not about you. This is about them being scared. Something happens and they turn things around. Yes, they're going to be scared. They're going to be scared. I'm seeing some kind of authority being involved. I'm not sure who that is. It might not be the police. It might be, I don't know. It might not be that dramatic. It might be a department. It might be an individual. I don't know. But whoever this is, they're going to ask you for the information. You're going to give it to them. You're going to help them. And that's going to make them turn things around. So someone's going to get a message or a notice or something like that. There's this feeling of being scared, and that's going to make them turn around in the opposite direction. However that is, whatever that means. It might be a number of different things. I don't know. It might be that they're arrested. I don't know. It might be that they got a fright and they decided to go back on what they were doing and change their ways. It might be that they go and disappear somewhere. I don't know. But they're going to go back on what they were doing. There's a turnaround with this person. That's what I'm seeing for whoever needs to hear that.